What are you, some kind of freak? How did you get that strong? 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats. That's what it takes if you're trying to reach it.
What is going on, guys? It's Mac McCarty coming at you with the Q&A video. A few of you have been asking, hey, what has been going on? Why aren't you making videos right now? And the honest answer is, I just moved to Virginia. I just got over to VCU about 2 weeks ago or so. So I've been moving in, doing stuff like that. There's been workouts with the team plus practice. So YouTube has not been a very high priority, but I want to get back to making some more videos. So here you guys go, my first video at VCU, and we're gonna do a Q&A. I got the questions from my Instagram, so if you guys wanna follow me on my Instagram right here, you'll get updates on whatever I'm doing, see some cool posts, some cool college baseball stuff, and if I do a Q&A video, then you can put your questions in down there. First question, is being on the varsity team freshman year of high school, but not usually playing, even if you want to play college baseball, normal? Yeah, I mean, honestly, if you're playing varsity baseball as a freshman, that's a pretty big achievement. Even if you're not playing, if you're just on the roster for like playoff squad or something like that, that's a pretty huge achievement. What do your pitch grips look like? So I throw 3 pitches. I throw a slider, a changeup, and then a fastball, pretty basic. And then I do it from a submarine slot, and then I do it kind of like from about right here, if that makes sense. So it's kind of like, it's like a true sidearm slot and then a submarine slot. So how do you throw those? I throw a 2-seam, so throw a 2-seam and I hold it like this. I go right across or right on the seams right here, okay? And so when I throw it as it's coming off, my index finger right here, I try and rip off as hard as I can on that seam. And so when I throw it, that just tries to create the rotations downward, and then it dives down like that. Something that some guys do, they throw their 2-seam. Make sure your middle finger is not like pressuring the ball too much, because I know a lot of guys are trying to throw a 2-seam and then it just kind of goes straight and kind of spits out, and it might even cut. And that's just because your middle finger is being way too dominant on the ball. So just kind of leave it on for the ride and put more of your pressure right on that index finger, all right? So my slider, I throw it like this. I put my middle finger right on the edge of this seam right here, so I really push on it like that. And something weird that sidearmers have to do to throw an effective slider is they have to kind of do like a forearm curl, kind of like that. And all that does is it creates a good angle for the ball, because if you just hold your arm loose like a normal curveball like this, and you put that in the sidearm slot, it's actually like an upside down, and it just kind of creates this weird backspin, and those are usually the sliders for me that end up getting smashed. So, and then for my changeup, there's a guy on VCU, his name's Curtis Bayfus. He actually kind of taught me how to throw this changeup when we were at WSU, and it's kind of been my bread and butter against lefties and stuff. So that's been pretty awesome that he showed me how to do that, and now we're right back together. So that's kind of a cool thing. And I kind of modified it, but I hold it like this. I put my fingers, kind of like a Vulcan change in a sense, but I put my fingers right there, and then my thumb, this finger's like barely even on the ball. It's just kind of supporting it right there. And then as I throw it, I turn my wrist over, so it moves quite a bit from my submarine slot. And then, so yeah, that's pretty much my pitches. So the big question that a lot of people have been having is, what am I gonna do with the NCAA? Personally, I'm gonna keep monetizing my videos, and then if I ever make money, which I never do, so if I ever make money, I'm just gonna donate it, because baseball means way more to me than YouTube does. So I don't really care about the money or anything like that. I wanna keep making videos occasionally for you guys, and I want you guys to keep grinding out your seasons, but baseball still means way more to me than YouTube does. So pretty much that's my plans with the NCAA. If I ever get big enough where it's a problem, and I don't think it will be for my time at VCU, then we'll deal with that then. We have great compliance people. Goals for this next season, that's a good one. So my goals for this next season, I don't really have any tangible numbers, but personally, I would love to get drafted this next year. This is the big money year for juniors, so I'm gonna be doing everything the right way, working out as hard as I can, taking all my throwing seriously, having all my catch play be as serious as possible, seeing how much I can get my ball to move. And probably one of my goals this next year is to get drafted. So how do you balance sports with academics in college, and what are some tips? Make the time. That's a pretty simple one, honestly. That's not a very tough one. Academics are really important because if you're not eligible to play, then you're not going to play. So, I mean, and then in the end, we all have this clock on baseball. Like, some of our clocks end after just, what is it, like high school baseball, so 4 years, so when we're 18, or maybe you go to a JUCO and you only play 2 years and then you're done, or like a lot of college baseball players, you play 4 years and then you never get the chance at pro baseball and you're done. So, in the end, your academics are what's going to carry you through, but if you want to talk from just a college baseball side, you just have to make the time. You have to schedule your days out. I've been scheduling my days out really well here, and I've found a lot of time to do schoolwork, so it's not that hard to do. Does your team supply you with gear? Yeah, VCU is sponsored by DeMarini. They get DeMarini bats and then Wilson gloves. What is the best part about college baseball? For me personally, I think the best part is getting together with the guys and kind of becoming this huge family unit, and you're pulling after for one another. And right now at VCU, we're in the early part of that, so not everybody's super comfortable with each other yet, but they're getting to the point where we are getting more comfortable. People are starting to hang out with everybody instead of just their close-knit group of friends, or just the returners hanging out with returners, but freshmen are hanging out with returners, stuff like that. So we're moving there slowly but steadily, so that's pretty awesome. Advice for a lifter who hasn't lifted in 2 months. Again, pretty simple. Get back on the grind, start lifting again. If you miss a whole bunch of workouts, you're like, man, what should I do? Like, I haven't worked out in such a long time. Just hop right back on board. Just start with maybe a leg day or a chest day or whatever your favorite group body part is, or if you're doing an upper or lower, just do whatever your favorite workout is and just kind of get back into that groove. How long have I been lifting for? So consistently, I've been lifting since I was 16 years old. I started when I was like 13, so I was homeschooled, and my mom lifted a bunch of weights, so I just wanted to lift with her and just spend some time with her, so that kind of got me introduced to it. And then around 15, I started taking it more seriously, and I was probably lifting 4 times a week, doing like an upper and lower body split. Here we go. Best advice for putting on weight. So I would probably say best advice for putting on weight, eat. I mean, a lot of lifting, if you are consistently working out, pretty much no matter what your workout is, unless it's something crazy, you're going to be able to put mass on. So like if you're squatting heavy and you're deadlifting heavy and then you're doing some accessory lifts, you're going to gain the size. But if you want to gain the weight, you need to eat. Eating is the biggest battle for most people. In a sense, the hard work doesn't happen in the weight room. The hard work actually happens in the kitchen. So eat, eat, eat. Who is your biggest inspiration? My biggest inspiration is probably my dad. I don't know, he had a pretty rough childhood growing up, and just all the things that he provided for me just throughout my entire life has been amazing. I've never had to deal with a broken home or anything like that. My parents have been married their whole lives, and they're the first people in their families to not get divorced and stay together. So probably my dad and my mom. Those two people are the biggest influences in my life. What does my core and ab routine look like right now? Again, whatever VCU has. A lot of rotational exercises. Don't just get in the habit of just crunching yourself to death. Make sure you're doing some rotational movements, because in the end, all your velocity when you pitch is from rotational. It's not from linear of a crunch. So make sure when you guys do core or abs, I would say throw in some rotational movements like Russian twists, things like that. Maybe carry a plate and do some. Pretty much great Q&A right there. Thank you guys so much for your questions. Thank you guys so much for commenting on the Instagram post, just doing that. And then remember, if you guys want to be a part of that, follow me on Instagram right here. Don't forget to like the video, comment if you guys have any questions or suggestions or types of videos you guys want to see. And until I see you guys next time, peace.